Happy New Year. I want to go ahead and make a short video about um, some goals that I have for the new year and some things that I want to plan on creating. I have always wanted to write a book, and at the end of last year, I completed a first draft, and it's not very long. It's not very impressive. It's got a lot of rewriting that needs to happen, but it is a book, and I'm going to edit it and get it to publishing this year. That's the goal. I also have started working on a children's book, and the goal is to finish all the illustrations for the children's book and to get that to publishing this year. I am an artist and I like to paint, and for the past couple of years, I've had a really bad case of art block and I haven't really made a whole lot of paintings, but I want that to change this year. I want to produce several new paintings and be open again to embracing what I call the suck. Embrace the suck, which is the bad stage of the painting. Every painting has an ugly stage, and it's very scary, and then you get past it and then you're afraid that you're going to get the painting, you're going to ruin all your hard work, and then it's going to wind up tanking completely. And I just need to just embrace it, just allow myself to be bad, make bad art and maybe in the process of making some bad art, I'll make some good art. But I won't make any good art if I make no art. So I have to learn how to embrace the suck. So there is the book, the children's book, the paintings, and I want to create a YouTube channel. That is a goal. And the goal of the YouTube channel is for me to be accountable with my projects. I'm not working a traditional job. It's my time to kind of reflect on myself and what I'm doing, and not so much be under the thumb of a supervisor. So I'm my own supervisor, and I need a place to log my activities and be able to show my husband, look, I am actually doing things, and here's, progressively what I'm doing. It's an accountability to myself, to him, and he can always check the channel if he wants to see what is going on. In order to track my progress, I thought it might be good for me to start working in a planner religiously, specifically Monday through Friday. Weekends are family time, and I'm not going to really be doing much work on the weekends. Not a lot of writing, not a lot of painting, but I need to plan my days as far as what I'm doing Monday through Friday. That's important. So I've had planners in the past, but I've kind of gotten sucked into the world of Sarah Cannon. If you know Sarah Cannon on YouTube, she's an author and she's really into planners, and her planners are so pretty. But when I went to Erin Condren to buy a planner, those planners are very expensive. So I decided I would make myself a planner case and like a planner binder, and it would be cute. It would be blue, which is my favorite color, and it would be it would be something that's mine. I wanted it to look a little rough, a little ragged, and just be something that I enjoyed picking up and touching, and that kind of thing. So I went ahead and I got some material from Michaels, and I picked up a clear planner, and I made myself a planner binder. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips of how I made the planner binder, and then kind of how I'll talk a little bit about how I plan on using the binder moving forward. Alright, so this is my second take trying to do this. Here I am going to show you the binders that I got from Amazon. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's all kind of choppy. But here are the binders. I got 2 in a row, so I could totally mess up on one and then have the other one to work with. I have some fat quarters that I got from Michaels, and also some strips of solids that I'm going to make like a quilted binding with. So here's the binder outside of the package. As you can see, it's an A5 rings, and the rings are not that big, and I'm going to regret that later when you see the full binder, when you see the picture of what it looks like filled with papers. It's not really big enough for what my purpose is, but I'm going to make do with it. Let's look at the fabric a little bit closer. It's got the white, gray, and then 3 different shades of blue, going down to like a really deep dark blue. Alright, and here's a closer look at each of the different prints of the fat quarters. This one looks like the bottom of a swimming pool. This is almost a solid, but it has a little bit of a print on it. This one has little splotches of paint and glitter. This one looks like a cloud, and it's one of my favorite ones. And I really enjoyed this one too, but it's kind of a pain to work with. It's like a galaxy print, but the glitter was so thick that the pieces of fabric just kind of clung together, and I'm trying to pry them apart with the one hand. But that's the fabric. I'm going to make strips out of this. So this part is a little bit long and painful. It's just me trying to put the strips together. Here is how they are laid out. And this is how the binder is supposed to sit in the middle, and there's supposed to be strips on either side. I'm going to cut off this little piece right here. And here I am, I've pinned them together, and I'm just going to sew them down the sides. And I'm going to be using some red thread because I want to be able to see what I'm doing, and it's supposed to have a homemade feel about it. So I'm not really looking for anything too terribly polished. Here I have sewn them together, and I'll open up a couple of these so that you can see what it looks like. This is kind of off camera. Sorry about the shoddy camera work. But here you can kind of see what it looks like sewn together, and it looks really good. I like when you quilt something and you can have this seam look. If I was really on my game, I would have ironed it, but it's just for me, and it's just a fun little project to cut costs of how much binders are. $100. $100 is how much they were asking for one of their binders, and I'm like, I could have a little bit of fun crafting one on my own. All right, and then the last one with my favorite print, which is the sky with the blue.
Are you evaluating yourself? Are you telling them that you did a great job?
Yep.
Good.
There we go. All right, so then next step was to sew these pieces together, and I show a little bit of that process. Yep, just fold it on over like this, face it together.
I'm unlocking in case your dad gets you.
And sew down the side.
Yeah, we have that.
All right, and there we go. We've got big chunks now. And we just have to do one more fold over. Sew it down. And we're done. All right, and here's the final piece. They're all sewed together. And I'm going to take the binder and lay it in the middle. And we are going to see if it will fit. I cut off that little tag to hold it closed. Like I said, I'm not going to need to have it closed for anything. This is just for my purposes at home. And maybe I'll take it in my purse. But yeah, I have a liner for this. And this is so that when you can look through the clear binder, you don't see the sewing. You just see the blue background. And I wound up using hot glue to finish this project because hot glue is just so much faster. So here's the final product. It's wrapped around the book. And when I open it up, you see the fabric. And I'm going to try to get some ribbon to cover this like hot glued areas. But for right now, it just looks, tacked on. And that's good enough for government work for right now. And here's going to be a quick picture of the spine. And that's pretty much the sum of things, how I made my binder. So that now you've seen the binder and how I made it. Now we're going to talk about what I'm going to do with the binder on a daily and monthly basis. So inside of the binder, I have, let's just pick a random month here. I have today's pages. So it'll have what I'm doing on any time during the day and some goals that I have. That's the key part of this, the goals for the day, and then also what I'm doing on a daily basis. It'll have a spread for the month. If I can open this up, it'll have a spread for the month and some notes and these little cellophane wrappers. And those are for the dashboards of the month. So the idea is that every month I want to have kind of a theme for what the month is. And the way I'm going to choose it is by drawing a tarot card for that month. And that's going to be like my spirit guide for the month, and or how I should be considering my day to day. Some cards I think I'm going to draw randomly, but some I have an idea of what card kind of represents that month for me. So I'm going to show you how I planned the month of January dashboard and the illustration that I did for that. Okay, so here's my binder, and here's the pages I'm going to be filling out. I use a slow tarot deck, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. And for this case, I did have a card in mind. It was the Four of Coins, and I started fiddling around with an idea of a girl. She's biting on one coin, sitting on steps, and she is just savoring her riches. And so this is the idea that I went with. And I just had her in a white t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Kept it really simple. Just want a little illustration for my binder. I added 2023 January. All right, so that pretty much sums it all up. Kind of like what I'm planning for the year and what my binder looks like, and kind of what's to be expected. The videos that I'm going to be putting on the channel are going to be about my writing and how it's going, showing you images of my paintings in progress, and talking a little bit about the artwork that I'm working on. And yeah, that's about the sum of things. If there are certain things you're interested in or want to see, comment below. But yeah, this is a way for me to, build that accountability while I am working from home, and some pretty lofty goals that I'm not going to see any return on anytime soon. Probably not this year. I'm going to work very hard this year and probably not see any return on those goals. So it's just, we do what we can with what we have. This is a kind of a gap year for me, and I'm going to just, make the most of it that I can. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.